I'm Kathryn DeSinaasappelen, and it's a different sort of background, or at least a different angle, because I'm doing a studio tour, sort of, not really. Anybody who's going into YouTube, you don't actually need to spend a lot of money on YouTube. You know, you just need to be creative and work with what you got. I think the biggest problem that somebody might have starting a YouTube channel is, where do I shoot my video? And if you ever watch new YouTubers, they always shoot in their bedroom. And I considered that it has the ugliest wallpaper in the world. It's purplish with clouds, and then it has this border thing of pink elephants. I didn't want to have to answer questions about it. Ultimately, I chose this room. Why wasn't this a bedroom? It's because of this door here, which has this beautiful light. There's a door on the second floor so that if you have really big pieces of furniture that you can't get up the stairs, you can get a special lift and still get them upstairs. But it doesn't have shutters, and I like darkness. So this room turned into storage. And that's why originally I only shot videos in one little corner, and what I would do is I would change the background, and I use drapes, I use tablecloths, I use sheets, so that it made it look like I was changing locations when in fact I wasn't. I was just changing the fabric of my background. But once I realized that, hey, you know what? I enjoy doing this, that's when I decided I was gonna clean out this room. And by cleaning it out, I just moved all the crap into different spaces of the house that we weren't really using, which led to a big problem because all the crap that used to be in here absorbed the sound. Echo and sound is something really important with videos, which I eventually got this beautiful carpet that you can see here. Actually, it's a rug, not a carpet. But before I had this, I just put blankets down on the floor and it did the exact same thing. Work with what you got. If you just have blankets and you need something to absorb the sound, use blankets. It works. This is the first corner that we need to start out with, which is the book dissect book corner. And that's a crib. And before it became the book dissect corner, it was the Beer Mistress beer review corner. And all I did was I added a piece of plank wood over the top of it so that I could actually have things on top because it has the rack underneath. Under the yellow is just some plastic little containers that I got. Covered it with a round tablecloth that I never use because I don't have any round tables. Again, that's a plank. Covered that with a round tablecloth. See, you'll work with what you got. Also, I want to point out, I have a tiny extra little carpet there, and then that little towel right there, which is actually for the tripod so that it is even. The table that I use for book dissect also was from my mother-in-law. The tablecloth is a round tablecloth that also was free. I like linens, and people always give me linens because I will find ways to use them, guys. Then we have the lovely Beer Mistress beer review corner. All of this is repurposed furniture. This used to be Prince Charming's old computer desk. We just never got rid of it because it's not broken, and for the longest time I was using it as my computer desk. I have a laptop, so my computer desk is normally on the couch. The IKEA bookshelf was originally downstairs but really wasn't filled with anything, so I took it and repurposed it for beer storage. And as you can see, I'm starting to have a vast collection of beer bottles, and I need to rethink my storage because there's just not enough room. That, where I hang the Belgian flag, which isn't hung right because it looks like the German flag, is just an old clothing rack that we had. Repurpose your old crap, guys. It's worth it. Because really, you never know. Maybe someday you'll want to do YouTube. Then we have the writing rant corner where I shoot videos not that often about writing. The door here does weird things with the light, and the videos always come out looking weird, and I don't like it. I have just this blanket and then this old padding that we bought for the kids when they would play on the floor when they were still babies, so that I have something nice and soft to sit on. And then this is just a tablecloth. And then we have the talking head corner. Originally actually used to be over there, where I do reading book dissect because it was closer to the heater so I wouldn't freeze. Behind that is just 3 large planks of wood, and the fabric that I'm using are these breathtakingly beautiful curtains that I bought for our first apartment. True story, our front door was super old and there was an inch between the end of the door and the floor. Anytime winter came along, which you know was every year, we lost so much heat because of the ineffectiveness of that door, because there was an inch guys, like this much space between the bottom of the floor and the door. So I got these 2-sided curtains to hang up in the hallway to sort of trap the cold air that was coming in and block the heat from going out. And they were so expensive because for whatever reason, they do not sell curtains in pairs in France. They only sell them in one. Who buys curtain? You buy curtains, plural. I thought I was getting a deal because I think I spent like 30 euros on them. And then I had to go back and get another one. But worth the purchase, and I can honestly say I really wish that I would have gotten others like this because this is like the perfect background. I don't use them anymore because I don't have windows that they fit. But hey, I started YouTube, so repurpose. And this is the IKEA leg stool for like the IKEA rocking chair thing, which is what I got when I was pregnant, and it's the most comfortable seat ever. I never really used this stool, except I started YouTube, which now I do. And so here we are, and I can't express this enough that you don't need to spend a crap load of money if you want to do something, especially for YouTube, which I think the whole basis of YouTube is to be creative. That's why, little announcement, you guys are getting a studio tour because we're going to be moving soonish. I don't know when, but there should be a new studio coming up, which means that video background wise, things are probably going to be hectic while I'm figuring out how do I want to do the new studio. This is just a room, it's not really a studio. I just call it that because it sounds more bougie and I like it. What would you guys like to see in a new studio? Or what do you like that I have and what don't you like? What could be improved? Or I don't know, maybe you guys just think it's perfect. Obviously, if you think it's perfect, I'm probably going to like you more because I'm biased that way. Anywho, that's what I have for you guys today. I hope you enjoyed this video. Hopefully, if you're a new YouTuber, this will have been inspiring to you. I think what we can all take away is that I might be a little bit of a hoarder, but if anybody is ever offering you linens or free furniture, you should always take it, because at the end of the day, if you want to start a YouTube channel, you can always use the pretty fabric as background, and furniture is always useful. Tootsies, my applesines. I got this tea and it's called Canada Infusion. It's supposed to taste like maple syrup and it doesn't. It tastes like cranberries. And I have a whole bunch of them and I don't like this tea. And so now I need to invite people over in the hopes that when I show them my tea, that they will choose the ones that I don't like.